Welcome to Technique Tuesday. This is our second Tuesday, and I have Courtney here to help me. We are going to work on plies, demi-plies, and grand plies. So demi means small, and grand means big. So we're going to be doing little plies and big plies, and this is a follow-along class, so you can do everything with us. First, we are going to talk about how we do a plie. So Courtney, if you can stand in first and grab the ballet bar, and you guys can use a chair or whatever is about this height from you at home. Make sure you're not reaching up really high or down really low. Try to find something about next to your side. So Courtney's going to stand in first, and her arm is in first, her feet are in first, which we've talked about the last couple of weeks. We want to keep our shoulders over our hips, and we want to squeeze our shoulder blade muscles back here together, but not open up our rib cage. We want to keep that closed. When we do have demi-plie in first, it's a small one, so she's going to press down, and nothing is moving except for her legs and like her hips are opening. And as she comes back up, same thing. She's not moving her body around, so do one more really slow for me, Courtney. And demi means small, so she's stopping there. She's not going all the way down, and then she comes back up. When we plie, we want to use all of our muscles and not just go down, up, down, up. We want to like resist everything and then pull everything up. So feel like you're zipping up. One more demonstration, Courtney. Yep, down and back up. Good job. So she's really focusing on pressing her knees to the back and not letting them go forward and just keeping her weight all in a straight line. And her head is looking straight forward. We don't want to look down, because when we look down, what happens? Our body goes out of line, so make sure that you're looking up the whole time. Now let's do a grand plie in first. So Courtney's going to go down in her plie, but she's going to go down further, which is really hard to keep everything in line, but she's not resting. She is not, yeah, that is bad. We do not want to do that. We want to stay where it's a lot of work. Like it's probably actually hurting Courtney a little bit. Go back down, Courtney. And she has space. I can stick my hand, in between there. Yep, and she's not resting her calves on the back of her thighs. So we're gonna do demis with some music, but we're also gonna do grands. So let's talk about second position. Okay, we all know second position, so we're gonna do a demi-plie in second. Yep, and you guys make sure you're trying this at home with us. She's in line, she's only down part way, and then she's gonna come back up. In second position, we keep our heels on the floor for our grand. So one more demi before we switch to grand. Yep, okay, now back up. And now whenever she does a grand plie in second, her heels are gonna stay down, unlike your first position grand plie. First position grand plie, your heels come up. So go ahead and go all the way down into your grand, Courtney. Good job. So her bottom is about even with her knees at this point, and her heels are still up. And now go back into first for me. And now just face the ballet bar. And do a grand in first there so that they can see your heels. Her heels come up, and the first thing to go back down are her heels, and then she straightens. So really slow where you can see this. I want you to practice a grand first position plie with us at home. So as you go down, she's gonna bend, and then her heels are gonna come up, and then as she goes back down, her heels go down first, and then everything else comes up. And then go out to second. Yep, and our grand in second, heels stay down, but you still go all the way down. Good job. Okay, let's do it with some music, and we are going to do 4 demis in first, and then we're going to do 4 demis in second, and then we're going to do 2 grand plies in first, and then 2 grand plies in second. And I think it's 2 counts to go down, 2 counts to come up. And whenever you do your grand, I think it's 4 counts to go down and 4 counts to come up, but we will do it with you in the video. first. Now we're gonna do grand. One more. And out to second. One more. Good job. Now let's go back to first. And 4. 1. And 1. 2. 3. 4. And out. 1. 2. 3. 4. Okay, back in and grand. One more. And back out. Good job. Now we're going to switch to some tendus, and I have Paige here today who is going to help us with our tendu exercises. So go ahead and grab the bar, Paige, and we are going to start in first position and work out of first position today. So put your arm in first for me. Yep, and you all know we already talked about this. Squeeze our shoulder blades. We just did this in our plies. When we tendu, tendu means to stretch or to point. So we are going to tendu it straight forward. So her heel is pressing towards the front. Yep, and then pull it back in. And her heel is also pressing towards the front as she pulls it back in. That's tendu forward, or devant means forward. And then we're going to go out to the side, which is called a la seconde, or second position. So we are tenduing to like the corner of your box, not the side. So this would be side. We are not doing that. We're going to the corner. And same thing, the heel is pressing forward, and then she pulls it back in with a nice straight leg the whole time. And then we're gonna do them going to the back. So when we go to the back, I'm gonna have you go back in, Paige, and I'm gonna have you go slow. So when she goes to the back, she's trying to keep her shoulders over her hips and not move forward, which is a really hard thing to do. So go ahead and tendu slowly to the back. Yep, so she's keeping everything in line. And this foot is not like out to her corner, it's actually back. So whenever she draws it back, it has to go straight behind her. When she pulls it forward, her heel is pressing forward and going to first. So I know this is a pretty quick exercise, but if you need to hit pause and slow it down, you sure can. So as we do this with some music, she's gonna tendu to the front 2 times. Yep, out and then back in. Out and then back in. And then she's gonna go out to second, out, back in, out, back in. And then she's gonna go back, which is also called derrière in French. Yep, and then back in, and then back, and then back in. And then we're gonna complete it by going back out to the side. Back in, side, back in. So you went front, side, back, side, which is actually called en croix in the shape of a cross. So we're kind of making a cross shape. So then after you complete your 2, 2, 2, 2, then we're gonna do just 1. 1 to the front, and then back in, 1 to the side, back in, 1 to the back in, and to the side, and back in to complete that. Once we finish that, we're gonna flip and we're gonna do it on our left side. So let's practice on your left foot pretty quickly before we do it with some music. We're gonna tendu front, yep, and then back in, front, and back in, and then also cone, back in, out, and then behind you, derrière, 1, back in, and back in, and then complete it out to the side, back in, out, back in, and then she's gonna do just 1. 1 to the front, 1 to the side, 1 to the back, and and then one to the side. So if you notice this whole time, the leg that she is not moving is staying really straight, and her head is staying straight forward, and her arm hasn't moved. She's holding it nice and tight because we're working on engaging all of these muscles along with our core muscles. So whenever you practice at home with us, and we do with music here in a second, I want you to think about keeping everything really, really, really tight and nothing jiggly. So let's go ahead and flip back around, Paige, and let's try it with some music. So follow along with Paige and pause the video if you need to go slower, or repeat it as many times as you would like. Flip to the other side.